The second scenario that you are going to be asked to graph a straight line is when you're given a 1 point and a slope. Like for example, graph the line that contains the point 3, 4 and it has a slope of 1/2. Now, don't forget the basic idea of graphing a straight line. You need 2 points at least. That's the basic idea. So I'm going to set up my 2 order pairs, my pairs of numbers where each pair is 1 point. Now the good thing is I know already one of these 2 points. It was given to me, 3, 4. Now remember, every point has an X and a Y, also known as the X and Y coordinates. So my first point, the X coordinate is 3 and the Y coordinate is 4. However, I do not know the coordinates, the pair of numbers, for my second point. But let's first plot the first point so I can tell you how you figure out the second point. Now don't forget that when we plot the point 3, 4, we're going to start at the origin. From there, we're going to count 3 to the right because that's the X coordinate and it's positive. I'm moving to the right. And from there, I'm going to go 4 up. That's my Y coordinate and it's positive. That's why I go up. So 3 to the right and 4 up. Wherever you land, you place the point. Now, like I said before, I'm missing the second point. I do not know the X and Y coordinates of my second point. That's when the slope comes in. And what is the slope? The slope is a rate, a comparison of 2 quantities. And what I'm comparing is how the Y's are changing in comparison with the X's. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this slope of 1/2 and I'm going to analyze what those 2 numbers are telling me to figure out my second point. Now in algebra we do not use words, so for the word slope we're going to replace it with the variable m, the letter m. And basically the slope is a comparison. That's what I wrote it, like a fraction, a rate, where I'm comparing how the Y's are changing. That's what that little triangle means. It means change. How the Y's are changing in comparison on how the X's are changing. Now my slope is 1/2. So let's analyze what that means. It means that the Y's are changing by 1 more, positive 1 because the 1 is positive. And the X's are changing by 2 more. So using this information, I can get my second point. So let's start with the Y's because the Y is on the top of the fraction. And what do I know about the Y's? We're changing by 1. So if my first point has a Y of 4, that means my second point is going to have a Y that is 1 more than 4. That's how I get the 5. And then now I'm going to work with the X's, and I know the X's are changing by 2. So if my first point, the X is 3, that means the X of my second point is 2 more than 3. That's how I also get 5. You can see 4 plus 1, I get 5 for the Y. 3 plus 2, I get 5 for the X. So you can see now I have my 2 points. Now I just want you to be aware, sometimes the points, they're not written like order pairs, pairs of numbers inside of parentheses. Instead, they're written as table of values, okay, where the table has 2 columns. First column is X, second column is Y, and each row is a point. And you can see from the table that when you look at the Y column, the Y's are changing by 1 more. From 4 to 5 is 1 more. And the X's are changing by 2. From 3 to 5, that's 2 more. So I'm just showing you the slope, how you use the slope to figure out your next point. Now let's plot the point 5, 5. We start at the origin. We're going to go 5 to the right. And then from there, we're going to go 5 up. And we're going to place the point. And the moment you have 2 points, you can connect it with a straight line. Now I want to show you what slope means. Slope is the inclination of the line. And when we read lines, we read it from left to right. And it seems the line is going up from left to right. So the slope is positive. It means we're going up on the line. And you can see the slope visually now in this line here. The slope of is shown as a triangle made out of the 2 points. And look, from one point to the next point, you did the following. You went 2 to the right, that's the X change. And from there, you went 1 up, that's the Y change. And that little triangle is what we call the slope, because it's just telling you how inclined is the line. And when the slope is positive, we're moving up on the line from left to right.